I need y'all to get your water, get your popcorn, get your soda, whatever. Support the brother over here, man. It's crazy, bro. Let's check it out. Subscribe. Andrew Tate ruined a generation of kids.
2022, there has been a rise in like the self-improvement alpha finance gurus that all spew the same message. Wake up at 4 a.m, start a business, start working out, stop playing video games, and escape the matrix. All that jazz, right? And these videos have...
Now, I've been waking up at 8 a.m. recently because I realize when I eat too close to bedtime, I sleep forever. But when I eat at a reasonable time and stop eating, I wake up at like 8 a.m, maybe 9 a.m, sometimes 7, just naturally.
Extremely popular because of people like Andrew Tate. I mean, we all saw the method that he pulled in 2022, how literally everybody was posting that man's clips and he was just saying some of the craziest things.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy how popular Andrew Tate was, bro. This man had his own theme song. That's how popular he was. When you hear this song, you would think of Andrew Tate, man. A vision of his face would pop up in your mind when you hear that song.
Shut up, bitch!
You know what? I do want to sample that song. That song's lit. I do like that song. I'm gonna sample that song. Shit, I might make a beat out of that song, man. But yeah, but it's crazy how popular he was, and now he's just on Twitter rage baiting.
Extremely versed in CPR. I do know how to administer CPR. However, don't administer CPR unless you're a hot female.
And since so many people saw him get success from doing that method, a lot of people are trying to pull that same method nowadays. So now you got all these like fake like Andrew Tates going around, and it's pretty cringe.
Stop breathing like a bunny rabbit. A bunny rabbit is a victim and it breathes in and out so quickly you can see its stomach going in and out.
Man, shut your ass up.
But what's cringier than that,
don't tell me how to breathe. I'll breathe how I want to.
These hustle culture, self-improvement, like finance guru videos have leaked into the youth, and now you got these kids spewing that exact same message that they're spewing in these videos when they're like 13 years old. And it's one of the saddest but also cringiest things I've ever seen.
When you're playing video games, you are literally doing absolutely nothing. You're staring at a screen going into a fake world, and you're not doing anything productive. You're not making money, you're not starting a business, you're not doing anything. So get off the video game, follow me.
Listen, I would tell you that if you're like 16, 17, 18, right? But I guarantee you, after he filmed that video, he went right to playing Fortnite. I guarantee it.
It's facts! It's facts! It's not facts. These facts are not facts.
Tips like this.
Bro, you are like 10 years old. Why do you need to be making money and have a business at 10 years old? This video is insane to me because the internet has literally brainwashed kids / teens into thinking that doing normal things that teens do is a waste of time, like playing video games, chilling with their friends, or just watching a movie or something like that. Apparently, those aren't normal things that teens do anymore. Apparently, you gotta be set with mansions, Rolexes, Lambos, and a whole business by 13 years old, or you're a failure.
Maybe your father didn't spend enough time with you. Maybe your mother didn't spend enough time.
Which is actually insane. How am I supposed to have all that by 13? Bro, by 13, I don't even think I had $13.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
Before we get any further, number one, YouTube.
What was I doing at 13? At 13, I was watching a lot of Dragon Ball Z. I was learning how to play the guitar, and I was going out to the park, running around. Yeah, I was just having fun living life.
Trying to bully / harass any of these teens in this video. If you're watching this video, do not go out and bully / harass any of them.
This may be controversial, but I think teens should spend at least 5 of their teenage years just trying to become successful. And so before you start hating in the comments, let me say this.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
It literally takes $82 a day to make the average yearly income in America. And online, there's literally like hundreds, maybe even thousands of courses or different models that you could use to make that money. Right now, I'm doing video editing and I own an agency. Bullshit. So I'm making even more.
An agency? He making sense though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna knock his hustle, man. He making sense.
Each day. And I'm only 13, so you could easily do the same thing.
I find this video insane because this kid hasn't even lived 2 of his teenage years, yet he thinks most teens should spend 5 of their teenage years trying to become successful. That literally just doesn't make sense because...
Yeah, like if this was my son, I would low-key be proud of him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. I would low-key be proud of him that he's thinking this way. But then I would also advise him to have fun. Be a kid as well. It's all about balance. Don't be about work. Also, go out there and be a kid. And then you can spend some time doing your work and be a kid again. It's all about balance, man.
This man hasn't experienced what he's talking about. He's just talking out of his booty cheeks, you know? That's literally social media hustle culture brainwash right there. Like, I feel like the saddest part is that this kid is 13 saying this, bro. He was 12 last year. Isn't that insane? It's different if this kid lived his teenage years, then said this. It'd make more sense because he'd have the experience to back up what he's saying. But the fact that he didn't experience his teenage years and he's just saying this on his first teenage year, that just pretty much confirms that he's just spewing what he heard online from one of these gurus.
Big facts.
3 a.m. on a Sunday night, all my friends are getting drunk, getting invited to parties and losing their virginity.
Getting drunk? Bro, you're like 9 years old. What you mean getting drunk and getting invited to parties? The hell are you talking about, my guy? He's literally reading a script now. He's reading a script.
And I spent all night working on my businesses. But just watch, in a couple of months, when I'm gonna be chilling in Dubai and living my dream life, you guys are gonna call me lucky. Just watch.
Number one, your friends are not out drinking and losing their virginity on a Sunday night. Everyone hates Sunday because it's pretty much the prelude to Monday. Nobody is doing anything on a Sunday night.
Yeah, they're probably playing Fortnite. That's all they're doing. I don't know what this man's talking about.
Boy. Number two, who are your friends losing their virginity to? The hookers in GTA? You do not look a day over 10. And number three, just because you're up at 3 a.m. grinding for your business, that doesn't make you better than everybody else. Like, the way that this man is talking is making it seem like, oh, I'm better than my whole class because I'm up at 3 a.m. grinding. And it's like, bro, you're not better than them just because you're doing that. Let's be real here.
It's 3:30 right now on a Monday night. I've been staying up all night working my new business. But watch, a few months from now, when my business is taken off, I'm gonna
Bro, it's the exact same script. It's like they're all following the same script.
chilling in Dubai, living my dream life, and everybody's gonna call me lucky. Just wait and see.
This man literally just stole the script from the last kid. The only thing that he did differently was add some music and some like little effects and stuff like that. Other than that, this is the exact same video as the last kid. They just said the exact same thing, word for word, bar for bar. No Soldier Boy.
Word for word, bar for bar.
I hate to be that guy and say that someone else's dream is unrealistic because I'm kind of living my dream right now. I mean, I've always wanted to create videos on YouTube ever since I was young, and now I'm doing it. So I don't really want to hate on somebody else's dream, you know, but how in the hell are you gonna move to Dubai in only a few months? That's my question right here. Like, bro, number one, you don't even have your license.
Yeah, I was like 13 or 14 when I just got on YouTube. I did not know what the hell I was doing. I was just posting videos for fun, just random ass videos on my low quality Android phone for fun. Yeah.
Number two, I don't even think you can put in an application to move inside of a crib, you know? Like, how is this man gonna make that happen? It just doesn't make sense. Like I said, I'm not really trying to hate or anything in this video because it's not necessarily these kids' fault. It's more of what they see on social media. Like, if they see somebody talking about, oh, I'm about to move to Dubai in a few months, they're gonna spew that same thing. But like I said, like, how in the hell are you just gonna randomly up and move to Dubai in just a few months? Like, it does not work like that. This is not GTA. You can't just go on Dynasty 8 and cop a crib within 2 minutes. It's not like that. And also another question is, why are these kids so obsessed with moving to Dubai? They don't say nowhere else. What about Atlantis? When I was young, I wanted to live in Atlantis. I wanted to live underwater with the mermaids, Aquaman.
This man trying to drown.
That's it, bro. That was probably sick. But now we got kids saying Dubai. Like, what the heck?
Darren has made that shit.
This video is crazy because this kid is stressing about his parents working at 13. Not about his parents being poor or homeless or not being able to put food on the table. He's stressing because his parents are working a stable job when he is 13 years old. Something that is normal. Does that not sound crazy? Like, I understand that we all have the dream of retiring our parents, buying them a house, and buying them whatever car they desire, but I don't think that's something that you should be worried about when you're like 13 years old and you haven't even finished puberty.
You're broke! You're poor!
I feel like it's just unnecessary stress that this kid is adding to his life at a young age, all because of a finance guru he saw on social media. It is okay if your parents are working a stable job and they can provide for you. It doesn't seem like you in the trenches, my boy. Like, you're literally in a nice house, dog.
Yeah, this man in the suburbs, he just making content, man. I guarantee they probably don't even do work or trying to start a business. They're just making content.
Becoming a millionaire at 14. I woke up at 6:30 and went on a bike ride before taking a cold shower. Then I spent some time planning out videos and had breakfast. After this, I had some calls and checked on
my... Why is the editing good, though? Some top tier editing, bro. This man throwing out some quality videos here.
Discord server before spending some time scripting. Today, I made around $500, so pretty good.
Damn!
Finally, I edited some reels and went to bed at 10:30.
Why do you need to become a millionaire at 14 years old? That's like trying to fight millennia during the tutorial in Elden Ring. Like, bro, why are you worried about that? And why is this man taking cold showers at 14? Like, what is the purpose? Now, I will say the good thing out of this video is that it seems like this man has a little schedule going on, you know, he's going to sleep at 10:30. He's waking up pretty early. Like, I do think that is good, but at the same time, becoming a millionaire at 14? Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah, I will say those are some good habits. You know what I'm saying? He has good goals. So if my kid was doing this, I would say, damn, you got some good head on your shoulders, man. I love it. I'll just make sure, as I said before, that he's balancing with also being a kid and having fun and doing his work.
Not bad, not bad.
Realized school wasn't for me at a young age. Became addicted to video games.
I feel like any kid nowadays would say that school's not for them. Every kid now hates school because they can't pay attention to save their lives. Like my brother, he's 12. He's been saying he hates school since he was 7 years old.
A YouTuber, didn't really work out, didn't know what to do in my life. I was depressed, tried making TikToks, went viral. Nothing changed though. Realized I had to change. Still didn't change though. Finally decided it was time. Started hitting the gym, tried drop shipping. It failed. Started to make some progress in the gym. Started my personal brand, found Allah, decided it was time to lock in. Started my SMMA, making progress towards my dream life. What do you mean I didn't know what to do?
Yeah, this is crazy. My guy, he look like he about 12 or 13.
In life. You're literally a teenager. Most teenagers don't know what they want to do in their life. That is normal. That is not something that is only happening to you. That's like playing a video game and being like, oh, I don't know what to do in the game when you haven't even passed the tutorial yet. Obviously, you're not gonna know what to do until you play the game more, and that game being life. The more you live life, the more you're gonna know what you want to do. Like, it's not just something that you just spawn in this world. Knowing what you want to do. Social media is dangerous, bro. Because why do we have this teen out here having an existential crisis at 13 years old? The only thing you should be stressing over at that age is the homework due on Monday.
And that's a fact.
There is no need to stress about your life when you're that young. Another thing that this dude said in this video is became addicted to video games. And I'm gonna make the wild assumption that this kid probably wasn't addicted to video games. And maybe he was just a child being a child and decided to play video games to occupy his time, because what else can children do? Obviously, some kids play video games for a long time, but I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't think this dude was probably one of them. I think the problem is a lot of these hustle culture videos are meant for like an older crowd, but when kids see them,
yeah, they are.
Teens see them, they try to apply that to their lives. For example, let's say like some 30-year-old says, I was addicted to video games at 26, but now I'm 30 years old, I start taking cold showers and I'm a Sigma. They're gonna say that, put that out online. Then a teenager is gonna see that and be like, oh shoot, maybe I should apply that to my life. Now they're trying to live like this 30-year-old rather than just trying to live their youth like any other kid. I think that's the issue here. Stressing at 14 so I can chill at 20. There was another kid that I actually reacted to a year ago that did this exact same thing. And I feel like the problem with this is that you're gonna burn out once you're 20 if you're stressing at 14 years old. There's no need to stress at 14 when you're living in a nice house with a home gym. Like, what is there to stress about? This man is just making up stress just so he can stress at that age.
Imagine inventing stress and making up stress so you can stress in a video.
Day 167 of monk mode. 14-year-old entrepreneur.
This man says school matrix.
That's the corniest thing I've ever seen. This man said school matrix. That's the most Andrew Tate coded thing I have ever seen in my life, bro.
I am the commander of this house. I decide if there's a contagion. I decide what I do. Be quiet. Cook.
I'm not gonna lie, with them boxing skills, please invest in a gun. I'm not gonna lie, them boxing skills are not saving you, dog. Overall, this is just the byproduct of like hustle culture being so popular online. Everyone thinks that they need a Lambo by 16, when in reality, that's just unrealistic. Honestly, this is a bigger issue than just self-improvement or just hustle culture itself. It's more about the impact that social media has on the younger generation. And that's not even talking just these kids who are doing like this hustle culture thing, right? Just in general, I feel like social media has impacted the youth so much. Like if a streamer says something, a bunch of kids are going to go out and say that same thing. If a self-improvement guru says something, a bunch of people are going to go out and say that same thing. If someone's favorite influencer twerks, they're probably going to...
I remember this twerk video I spiced, man. She was twerking with a straight ass face, man. She was done with twerking, bro. I've never seen someone look so depressed while twerking. It's just crazy.
Twerks, they're probably going to go out and twerk. Like this pretty much just shows the impact of social media. These are just kids seeing what they see on social media and just replicating it, you know? My overall point, because I've been yapping a little bit. Obviously, there are some good habits that can be taught from these self-improvement.
Yeah, there are some good habits, but it can be overdone and it can be detrimental to health for sure. But it is up to the parents to make sure they watch over their kids and make sure they live in a balanced life. You know what I'm saying? My guy said, bro, at 30, I feel like 20 again. True. You can feel a lot better at 30 than you did in your 20s, man, because when you start practicing and having good habits, yeah, for sure, man. I started taking the gym more seriously now, so I'm definitely getting better in the gym. Back when I was like 20, 21, I didn't know shit about the gym. Wasn't even in the gym like that. Barely in the gym. Money's up, gym is up. I'm attracting more girls than at 27 than I did at 2019, 2021. When I hit 26, for some reason when I hit 26, I started going crazy. I would go out and then it would be so easy for me to talk to a girl and get them back to the crib, or just like talk to a girl, get the number, then go on dates. And even last year I went on dating apps, went crazy on the dating apps, specifically Hinge. Met a good amount of girls from Hinge. Yeah, man, like when I hit 26, I would just start going crazy, bro. Crazy.
You talking my language, I can't help but like it, and just like a